5 important attacking tips in PES 2021 mobile. You guys will want to watch this video to the end. Do not click away. Before we start this video, I'd like to say a big thank you to you guys out there, my subscribers, my friends, all for the support. I'm currently at 700 subs, and also my skills tutorial video had 7,700 views and about 222 likes. That is amazing. I am so grateful for all the support. I'm so grateful for that, guys. So if you're here and you're new with us, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I upload regular PES mobile content, awesome PES mobile content. So we'll start off with tip number 1, which for me is the most important tip. That's why it's number 1. Lots of PES players do not know about this, especially new PES players. It has to do with the playing style of a player. Let's take, for instance, we have a counter-attack manager like Fernando Santos using his defensive tactics, not the attack and the defensive. That's counter-attack. Okay, so we use that, we switch our tactics to the defensive mode. It's currently on that now. What you want to do now, when you are using a counter-attack manager, you'd like to get at least a whole player in your midfield. Iniesta is a whole player, Milinkovic-Savic, Johan Cruyff, Bruno Fernandes, yeah, I think he's a whole player too. For those of you who do not know much about playing styles, you can comment below. I would love to do a video on playing styles and all that. As I was saying, you want to have at least a whole player in your midfield, and this is why whole players basically join the forwards in the attack, especially during counter-attack situations. So Iniesta will join Rummenigge, Messi and Ronaldo to attack, and I mean up front in the 18-yard box. So they always make these forward runs into the opposition's 18-yard box. They make tapping goals. Whole players are great for counter attacks, so you'd want to get at least a whole player in your midfield section. So moving on to the second tip of the day. This one is for the possession game players, the tiki-taka. We have a Roman Pep Guardiola, tiki-taka and possession. So if you're using a possession game based manager, you'd want to get either a classic number 10 or a creative playmaker in your midfield section. It could be the center midfielder or the AMF, although the creative playmaker doesn't activate in the center mid, but the classic number 10 does. So you want to get either a classic number 10 or a creative playmaker. Ronaldo is a classic number 10. Messi is a creative playmaker. You could use him in the AMF like I am doing. Zico is a classic number 10. I believe Felipe Coutinho is now a classic number 10. So there are quite a lot of them. There's a number of classic number 10s and creative playmakers. Now this is the reason why you want them in your midfield. The classic number 10s and creative playmakers are very good at passing and retaining the ball. They have this very good positional awareness. They position themselves in such good places that passing to them becomes easy, and for them to also pass becomes easier. So they foster for the possession, the tiki-taka, whole play and all that. The classic number 10s, those guys don't even have to turn to pass the ball. They can pass from any side of their foot. So in your midfield section, you would want to get at least either a creative playmaker or classic number 10. You could even have both. Like, I am probably going to change Paul Scholes afterwards. I'm a possession game player. I'm going to change him with probably a classic number 10 and have Messi up there, for the better passing and all that. So we move on to the third tip of the day, and I like to call this one the dash dribble. You lot should know that dash skill, when you are running with the ball, your hands on the dash button, and then you flick the directional stick towards any direction, and then your player makes a burst of speed. Well, yeah, many people think that's just for running faster and counter attacks, but it's actually a way to dribble, and this is how to do it. When you are running with the ball and an opposition player comes to mark you or get the ball from you, and you can't afford to stop and finish dribble, all you have to do, your finger is probably going to be on the dash button already, so all you have to do is to flick your directional stick towards the direction that player was coming from. Performing this skill may look like the fake shot, but it's actually not it, because your finger is nowhere near the shoot button. All you need is just the dash button and the directional buttons. And this skill is very handy when you're on the break, when you're making a long range drive, because even the times when the defender gets to you, it ends up being a foul, because that skill, it pushes away the ball, and then all the defender is left with is it's either he tackles you or he just lets you go completely to play the ball. So it's just one of those. It's a very good skill for avoiding big defenders and all that. Now we have tip number 4, which is very important also. It's called the pass and move. And this skill, lots of pro players utilize this skill a lot, but I bet beginner players do not use this skill often. And it's very important. It helps you gather enough players in the box. It helps you gather enough players making forward runs, thereby increasing your passing opportunities. And performing it is actually quite easy. When you pass the ball, all you have to do is flick the directional stick in any direction you want, and then you have the pass and move. So we have tip number 5, the final tip. This tip has, it has helped me in a lot of unexpected ways, especially in online games, and that is long range shots or curlers. Most people do not like taking long range shots because there's a very high chance it won't lead to a goal. But you find out that you can actually score a lot of unexpected goals using long range shots and long range curls. Yeah, that is very true. We often come across situations where our opposition, their defenders are just everywhere. You can't really dribble past or pass your way out of that. So what you have to do, take a long range shot. Using players with high kicking power, Ronaldo, MATTHÄUS, Paul Scholes, long range shots can be very effective. Take a long range shot towards the far post. It has quite a high chance of going in. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Those are the 5 attacking tips which I have for you guys. Do try them out. They are very effective. They've worked for me, and I believe they will work for you too. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and also share this video. And that's it. Thanks guys. Thanks again for the subscribers and for the view count. I'll catch you guys later.